Hello and welcome to Bernina and Bernette. This chat is about similarities and differences of the Bernette and Bernina overlock cover stitch combo machines. I'm Doris Breckbuell, educator and overlock specialist at Bernina International. And I do not only welcome you, but also...
And I am Conny Roth, manager of the sewing lab team, testing overlock and sergers. Doris, what can an overlock cover and a combo machine do for me?
An overlock cover stitch combo machine, I think that's often forgotten, the combo aspect of it. A combo machine has not only overlock stitches and cover and chain stitch, but it can also sew in one go the chain stitch to sew two pieces together or more than two, and neaten the fabric edge with an overlock stitch, may it be a 2-thread or a 3-thread. And I especially like combo stitches because of their stitch width. They can go wider than an only overlock stitch and is ideal actually for loosely woven fabrics or loosely knitted fabrics. And now that I already started with stitches, let me continue with stitch selection. We have the B48 Funlock, the B68 Airlock and the L890 from Bernina. With the B48 Funlock, I have an instruction manual with the stitch overview. Overlock stitches, cover stitches and combo stitches. I select a stitch, for example, a narrow cover stitch, thread the machine accordingly and set the defaults. The B48 has conventional threading, all open thread guides, color coded, so I can thread the loopers and the needles, close the cover and set the defaults, for example, tensions, stitch length, differential feed and cutting width if I have an overlock stitch, and then I can start to sew. That's very similar on the other Bernette, the B68 Airlock. It also comes with a stitch chart with overlock stitches, cover and combo stitches, which I can select. But as the name says, this machine features air threading. The air threader on the B68 Airlock is driven by a separate compressor motor. Upon activating, I can push a button and the loopers are being threaded. The needles are threaded conventionally. Also, this machine features a color code for all the threading paths. That's also reflected on the stitch chart. Once I've threaded the machine, I set the defaults for tensions, stitch length, differential feed, cutting width, if I have an overlock stitch, roll time selection lever and MTC.
Oh Doris, stop with the stitch chart. On the Bernina L819, stitch are selected via color touch screen. To select a stitch, click on the stitch selection and then on the folder of overlock, cover and combo stitches. Select the stitch and the machine will guide you through manual settings that are required for that stitch. Upon confirming, you come to the sewing screen with automatically settings such as thread tension, stitch length and differential feed.
That differs the Bernina from the Bernettes quite a bit.
Threading the L890 loopers with one-step Bernina air threader. It's so easy. Activate the air threader and thanks to needle stop up, the pipes are closed. Hold the thread over the nozzle while pressing the foot control, and the thread is taken in and comes out of the looper eye.
If you want to know more, go and watch one of the instruction videos for the L890 looper threading and needle threading, the B68 air threader, needle threading and looper threading, and also for the B48 there are a couple of videos that show how to thread. So to summarize, the differences are all open thread guides, air threading with the push of a button, and air threading with the foot control. That's the major differences or similarities of air threading and difference to manual threading. Needle threading is for all three models nearly the same.
All three models have a common that the threading path is color-coded.
All three models have overlock stitches, cover stitches, and chain stitches, and the combo stitches. Depending on your thread and fabric combination, you can amend or adjust thread tensions, stitch length, differential feed, cutting width, MTC, except the B48 has no MTC, but you can adjust all stitch attributes as desired or required. More sewing comfort. Additionally, the B68 has a free arm to sew tubular or circular items easily around the free arm. And the B68 also comes with a large slide-on table that attaches to the machine and detaches easily, but offering a wide sewing space to the left. And together with that slide-on table, the B68 has a large cover stitch insert that widens the sewing space to the front. And more sewing comfort is offered with the cut-off spin that attaches to the front of the machine.
The L890 also has a free arm cover and a slide-on table and cut-off pin. But it offers more. It also features a swing-out foot that swings back automatically when you lower the foot.
Which leads us to more operational comfort. The knee lifter of the B68. It lowers and temporarily raises the presser foot.
And also the L890 come with a freehand system. Use the knee lifter when placing your project under the foot, having both hands free to hold the fabric.
Okay, so to summarize, the L890 and the B68 both come with a knee lifter that easily lowers or temporarily raises the presser foot. That's similar. The difference between those two models is that they come with slide-on table, free arm cover, knee lifter, cut-off spin, but exclusively, as already shown, the B68 comes with a larger insert for cover stitching. That's exclusive on this model. The B48 differs. It has no additions to the sewing area. Let us call this an advantage, a smaller machine, a lighter machine. It's well lit. It also offers sewing space to the left and the right without additions. Less space for the machine requires less space on your sewing table. Maybe it's even a machine you can take to classes.
Another big difference is the motor and the foot control.
The two Bernette models come with AC motor and conventional foot control, and both models sew up to 1300 stitches per minute. Let me show on the B48 fun lock. And on the B68 airlock. The sewing speed. And you'll notice both models stop with the needles at the position where I leave the foot control.
The BERNINA L890 come with DC motor and BERNINA foot control, sewing between 250 and 3050 stitches per minute. But it also features the back kick function, so you can sew half stitches having needle up or down. And you can also set the needle stop permanently up or down on the touch screen. Another difference to Bernette. But before we have a closer look at more touchscreen details, let us look at the standard accessories.
The B48 fun lock comes with accessories under the cover. The most often used accessories are always at hand, such as tweezers or screwdriver, for example. And so does the B68 airlock. The most often used accessories are under the cover: needle set, the manual needle threader, tweezers, etc. And both models have further standard accessories in a small box. For example, the vibration cones, spool nets and spool caps. That's the same for B48 fun lock and B68 airlock.
The L890 also has frequently used accessories in the thread cover. Also, under the threader cover is a needle pad to separate the needles from new ones.
The B68 also has a needle pad on the thread stand that eases having used needles separated from new ones, or to have a place to store, for example, sock needles or other specialty needles. And here I would like to add a tip. The B48 has no needle pad, not outside nor inside, but I personally use a small bit of felt, have it under the needle assortment where I can store my used needles.
The L890 has more standard accessories in two boxes, such as oiler, screwdriver, etc. The boxes are large enough to also hold some optional accessories if you like.
Then let's come to documentation. The B48 fun lock comes with a detailed manual that also includes the stitch chart. And of course threading and all that other stuff. The B68 airlock comes with the stitch chart and a quick start guide. The detailed instruction manual is available for download from the Bernette website.
The L890 comes with quick reference and detailed instruction manual. Because remember, the L890 has not only stitches selection and settings, but information available via touchscreen. For example, the stitch optimizer, the personal memory, the sewing consultant and the setup menu. And a detailed instruction manual and all selected from either expert mode or guided mode.
It's so convenient to have it all on board. But also, once you have been using the B68 and the B48 a couple of times, you will find it very easy to use. Let's go to optional accessories.
All three models offer some optional accessories. Feet that ease sewing, such as elasticator, piping, beading and sequence, blind hemming or bindings.
The Bernette feet are compatible with the B48 funlock and the B68 airlock. There is a set of feet, transparent feet, for the cover stitches, such as, for example, the belt loop binder, cording and piping foot, or a hammer foot. And then there's another set with metal feet, also compatible for the B48 funlock and the B68 airlock, such as, for example, the elasticator foot, blind hem foot, gathering foot, and so on.
The BERNINA feet are exclusive from the L890, but the binders are compatible with Bernette and BERNINA models. Bernette or BERNINA overlock cover stitch combo machines for all projects waiting to be sewn.
Projects waiting to be sewn, cut and neatened with overlock stitches, cover stitches or combo stitches, being your project practical or decorative. For more on the benefits and the handling of the machines, check the tutorial videos on either YouTube or on the Bernette website or on the BERNINA website.
For more on practical sewing, techniques, projects, ideas or inspiration, visit the BERNINA or the We Our Sew blog and our website. But as always, we recommend try the machine yourself, have your hands on.
Have your hands on to verify which model suits your specific needs. There's a machine waiting for you. We thank you for being with us today and hope to see you again. Overlock stitches. Sewing.
1, 2, 3.
Bernette for all my ideas.